don't remember the first time I saw it and had this thought. There was a time when I saw a truck, and on the back of that truck were a lot of chickens in cages. I knew exactly what was going on. I gotta admit, I liked that side because I knew the end game. The end game was probably they were going to end up at Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A or KFC or Jack's or somewhere else. I knew the end game, but the chickens, they didn't know the end game. See, chickens only take 2 rides in their entire life. The day they are born, they are transferred on a truck to a house. And then they ride from that house about 57 days later to a slaughterhouse where they're killed. You see, the process is simple. For those that grow them, it's financially lucrative. They're brought home, they're fed, they're watered, they're protected. Life seems good for the chickens. And then they're loaded at night and carried to a place where they're going to be killed and they're going to be made food. We like that part. But you're saying, what's the spiritual application here? Well, one of the questions would be, who's feeding me? Is it Jesus or is it Satan that's feeding me? Matthew chapter 5 and verse 6, Jesus said, blessed are those that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Just a couple chapters later, in chapter 7, verse 15, he talks about beware of false prophets that come in sheep's clothing. What are the intentions of those feeding me or those taking care of me? You see, those owners of the chicken houses, their intent is to get those chickens as fat as possible and then sell them. What about Jesus? What is his intention? What about Satan? What's his intention? Well, you know, Jesus' intention is to save us. And everything he's doing for us, he's doing for our good and ultimately for our eternal salvation. What's the line that Satan's feeding us? What's in his feed trough? Well, he's going to deceive us. Ultimately, we'll be destroyed if we follow his plan. The chickens, they don't have a clue. We ought to know better. Where are those chickens going on that truck? Even more importantly, where am I headed?